Okay, that's probably the guy. That guy's kind of zooming. Is it muted? No, they just haven't done their live sports casting of the police chase yet. This guy is really punching it.
Welcome, everybody, as you join us live on ABC7.com and our ABC7 streaming apps. Chris Christie up in Air 7 HD as we
I love how he
a
introduces it like an actual
pursuit
event.
Through South LA. Now, this person has crisscrossed a number
Hey, welcome
of
to the
freeways.
Moist
This all
Esports
started
broadcast
in
of
the
this
Buena
live police
Park
chase.
area after a home invasion in an industrial area here in Hawthorne. Coming up on Hawthorne Airport.
Oh,
again, still
I thought it was the other car.
pushing the pedal to
There
the
he is.
metal, about double the speed limit as he makes his way down Crenshaw Boulevard minutes ago. So again, a car.
Oh,
tapping,
boy.
front bumper there with that SUV.
Uh-oh.
At a high
Little
rate of
love
speed.
tap on the
Now
way
coming
by.
up on a little bit of traffic now on Crenshaw Boulevard at 131st. Very aggressive.
This guy's gonna
driving,
do a citizen's arrest on him
crisscrossing all
now.
of these
We need to
lanes
exchange
here, and
information,
now it looks
asshole.
like that car that he hit is trying to catch up with him. Another red light coming up here. All three lanes occupied. Let's see if he squeezes
He's going
by
on the
here
sidewalk.
or jumps the curb. Right
Yeah,
now he's in
sidewalk.
that right lane. It's the black Audi that you see right there.
Oh,
with
maybe
his
not.
brakes starting to smoke a bit. Cutting
Oh,
off with
God.
the Mercedes, tapping the bumper there, and another collision.
This guy's
Here
just
comes
running
some more black
around,
and
just
whites.
giving little
More
taps,
black
little
and
paint
whites entering the
exchange.
pursuit now, engaging with this suspect. Officers behind him. Again, a helicopter above, two black and whites behind him.
Holy shit.
A pursuit that has crossed over the county line on several freeways.
This
at
guy's
extreme
burning
speeds, and those
rubber
extreme
out
speeds
here.
Are continuing this through. I forget. I did not catch that that cross street in any event. We're westbound.
First
on
LA
eastbound
driver to
Rosecrans
use blinkers.
At it looks like LA County Sheriff still with their helicopter overhead calling out the shots for those units on the ground. And now
Why
we have
even evade?
some
There's no way
units,
out.
Code 3
I don't
right
know.
behind them. They've
I
managed
really
to
don't
catch
know.
up with them once again.
Very
as he
rarely
gets
can you
under the
escape the
110
chopper.
freeway. He's getting onto the
And you have to
110
be very lucky.
off of Rosecrans.
Fucking dumb to even try. What makes people think they can outrun the helicopters? Drugs, stupidity, desperation, I don't know, man. Maybe a cocktail of all three.
A little bit of a jam up there, and now he's got all four lanes to
This
play
guy
with
should be arrested, to
as
be
he comes
honest.
up on the 105
You don't
freeway.
say. The guy who broke into a home and then
Maybe
stole a
exiting,
car during the
getting up the
initial
105.
chase and is now engaged in this chase should be arrested.
105
Brother, you
west.
keep those hot takes to yourself, okay? I don't want to hear them.
Same area already a couple of times.
He
now
was
back
clearly
on the westbound side at
framed.
90 miles per hour, heading back towards the west.
It's a self-driving Audi. There's a ghost in the machine, and this
Another
guy is
exit
a
up here.
helpless victim.
A wild left there through the
Ooh,
red.
almost threw the
Northbound
ass out of it.
Avalon Boulevard, now going northbound, just kind of making this up as he goes along. No clear destination here. He's obviously just doing whatever he can to lose these units and potentially find a hiding spot.
Oh, yeah,
to
he's gonna
evade
try
those
and hide under the
helicopters.
bridge
In fact,
here.
Now he's
100%.
underneath the freeway. He's not coming out. He's not coming out. He's not coming out. He's under the freeway. He's under the freeway, probably dumping vehicle. He's under the
Yep.
freeway, has not come
Oh,
out
the
the
cops
other
actually got
side.
there pretty
You see
quick.
a unit following him underneath.
Yeah, oh,
and
wow.
There he is. There he is.
Where did this
He's
guy
back
come
on
from?
the
Who's
other
behind the
side,
wheel there?
northbound
Is
side.
that Dominic Toretto? Like, Jesus
105
Christ, that
freeway.
cop actually got there quick.
Now on 116th with the sheriff's unit right behind him.
He was absolutely about
We've
to
got
dump
three
that
units,
car.
a primary unit and a
But
secondary
that cop
unit right underneath
rolled
the
in.
freeway
He
with
fucking
them,
scooted in
making another turn here.
sideways. It's a new car. I don't think it is, man.
Close call here. Look at this cross traffic coming up on
I
Central
don't think he had
Avenue.
time.
Continuing a northbound turn onto Central.
He entered with an Audi. I don't think he pulled some kind of crazy magic trick here and got a new car. Like, that's not, unless it was a Kia that he stole. He doesn't have
Close call
nearly
here.
enough
Look
time
at this
to do
cross
that.
traffic coming up on Central Avenue.
Kia is just-
continuing.
You hop in and it'll just
northbound
take you on a
turn,
ride
northbound turn onto
itself.
Central.
Apparently. There's like no security on that shit, I
Again,
guess.
heading back towards the freeway and taking the freeway. If he stays on the freeway, I would
God damn it.
expect
Now I'm too drawn into this here. Let's pay attention to the trim here. I'm very confident this is the same car. Let's go back to one of their other close-ups. That would have been a speedrun record of carjacking if he somehow pulled that off. Where's another close-up? I mean, I don't even need another close-up. You can still see the trim even on this.
some point, but he has put a kink in those plans. As
Yeah, I mean, it's just definitely the same car. Then they got the original call wrong. This
that's
is
a
100%.
different car.
No shot. It's not.
Did he carjack somebody else under the freeway?
There's no shot. It's the same car.
Right. This is a different car. This is a different car.
Then he stole the exact same model. He had a clone waiting under the bridge.
Under the freeway. That's the only time.
The other car also had a sunroof. It had silver trim. It had silver rims. Same car. What? That makes no sense.
Positive that was an Audi before.
Even they're second guessing it as well.
Northbound Alameda.
He was literally under the bridge for 15 seconds.
Now coming towards him.
You can't hotwire a modern car like
back,
that quickly. There'd be a victim of a carjacking. It'd be easy to confirm. The only way he'd get this car is if he literally threw someone out of it and took it. And in that case, you have a victim there who would easily be able to tell you, yeah, my fucking car just got stolen. There's no shot. You cannot steal a car that quickly. From the article online. Here. How is there already an article? This was 3 minutes ago. Authorities were chasing a black Audi, but once the car got under an overpass, the suspect hopped in a Mercedes-Benz and continued fleeing. It's unclear if there was another carjacking or if the driver was waiting for a Mercedes. How would that be unclear? If it was a carjacking, there'd be a victim. Like, I don't think anyone just parked under the overpass.
I just heard female driver. Am I the only one that heard that? Female driver? Is that even possible? Vehicle coming to a stop. Vehicle coming to a stop. 1, 2, 3, 4 suspects.
Shit.
We're going to follow the driver. 4 suspects running from that vehicle.
This makes it even less likely they got into another fucking car. How is that possible?
Now coming to a foot pursuit.
You had 9 fucking people in that car all of a sudden, like a clown car getting out?
LA County Sheriff's units with 2 of those suspects
in
up against
15
the wall.
seconds.
A foot pursuit now with the driver and another passenger. 4 people total in that vehicle. 4 people total, and now one of the drivers.
I don't understand at all how this actually
That is the driver
worked.
at gunpoint. We're going to come around here. That Mercedes is a separate vehicle from the one we joined you with up at the top of our coverage. That was an Audi.
I can't process how the fuck this worked out.
The driver of that Audi made his way into a Mercedes with 4 other people who have now jumped out near
The
Firestone.
only way this tracks is during the chase, he called his friends and said, I need an out. So they met him under the overpass, but then they all drove together, so those fucking morons all just got themselves arrested. That's the only way this would possibly make sense, and it's the dumbest plan imaginable. That is actually the stupidest idea you could have ever had. Now they all get arrested. Because he was 100% alone in the beginning. You could see in the fucking front windshield. Holy shit. That is incomprehensibly stupid. That is painfully dumb. Here's the resub pog.
And Manchester, a lot of puzzle pieces.
This is like actually a whole magical performance in and of itself.
Wild chase. A lot of blanks to fill.
Even if this worked out in their fucking favor, like even if they actually did make the car swap, they chose an almost identical car that the helicopter was still going to follow regardless. Holy shit, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. They chose an identical vehicle, so the chase would have continued as planned. These are actually probably the dumbest criminals I think I've ever fucking watched. Well, aside from the guy who got himself arrested because he was wanted for murder and then called the police on McDonald's because they served him cold fries and he ended up going to jail for like 6 years. But like aside from that guy, these guys are up there. What do you mean, what? You guys don't remember that? We talked about that like 6 months ago. There was a criminal who was on the run for a while, and then he went to McDonald's and he was really upset that he got served cold fries, so he called the police on McDonald's and they obviously pulled his record. He had a warrant out for his arrest for like a big crime and he got arrested for it. He literally self-reported because he got cold fries. Are we just ignoring the announcer when he said female driver? Is that even possible? Oh yeah, that was a really unfortunate thing he said. The reason he said that is because the suspect was a male, and you could see. Plus, the home invasion was committed by a guy, I believe. So I'm saying, a female driver, how is that possible? Because it was a guy that was on the chase the entire time. But the way it comes out makes it seem like he's baffled a woman would be driving. So very unlucky for him, but what he meant is entirely normal. Like, how could it have gone from the male suspect who committed the crimes to now a female driver of the car?
I just heard female driver. Am I the only one that heard that? Female driver? Is that even possible?
He also does himself no favors with the way he says it, to be fair. Like, I can already see, like, the way he did it. He's got his headset on. He's, like, looking around. Women driving. Have we ever heard of this? But yeah, what he was referring to was the crime, and the pursuit all the way up until that point was a guy and one guy. No doubt he swapped. Well, at the very end, it's very clear they had to have swapped because this is a lone driver. Like, throughout the entire chase, you can see in here, it is one guy. Which means that the people he swapped with literally came 3 heads deep, and then they all got arrested together for the swap. So, 100%. Like, they did swap. I just can't believe that the car they chose to swap with was not only identical, but they all stayed in the car, too.
He's
Here it is, let's time it.
Just doing whatever he can to lose these
You can see him stopping here, slowing down.
Find a hiding spot
21 minutes on the dot.
Helicopters. In fact, now he's underneath the freeway. He's not coming out. He's not coming out. He's not coming out. He's under the freeway. He's under the freeway, probably dumping the vehicle. He's under
and
the
here's
freeway.
the cop.
Has not come
13
out the other
seconds.
Side. You see a unit following him underneath.
13 seconds.
There he is. He's back on the other side, northbound side of the 105 freeway. He's under the freeway, has not come out the other
plan.
side.
It's a stupid plan. Because even if the cop didn't show up so quickly, the helicopter immediately followed this car because it's almost identical to the car that goes in. So they still would have stayed pursuing them. It's a terrible plan. If they had chose a different car entirely, then yes. Then the plan would have been far more effective. What's the purpose of switching? At this point, nothing. Literally nothing. All that happened was he got more of his friends arrested because they stayed in the car for some reason. The cop also saw the swap. True, the cop was so quick that he actually did get to witness the swap, but the helicopter didn't. And the helicopter immediately picked up on the same car because it's so identical. They didn't even know it was swapped. Suspect was an Uber driver and picked up his 3 riders. Interesting fan theory.